More purple belt stuff. Let's talk about big hands. Slow playing big hands versus jamming it up. What are you going to do? Well, Antonio Esfandiari played a big pot against Alan Gehring. Alan Gehring is kind of the best amateur poker player in the world, as we like to call him. He's won the World Poker Tour Championship event. He's won another WPT event. He finished second at the World Series of Poker one year. And he plays a very unorthodox style of poker. But Antonio played a big pot against him at the LA Poker Open that Antonio went on to win. This is how the action came down. Antonio had the nut flush draw with 2 diamonds on board. Alan made a bet. Antonio called. The turn card was the queen of diamonds. Antonio now made the best possible hand. What did he do? He checked it to Alan, and Alan made a pretty substantial bet. Say, say these are $5,000 chips. Maybe he bet $25,000, maybe $26,000. Antonio had decisions. He could raise it up $26,000 more, which is kind of a nice little bet. But Antonio decided that Alan had nothing. And he decided, you know what, I'm just going to let Alan bluff at this. And I'm going to let him bluff again. Now, I would be tempted to protect the hand. By protect the hand, I mean, let's make sure we win the pot. I mean, if for some reason Alan had kings and jacks, I don't want Alan to be able to hit a king or a jack just for his bet of $26,000. A lot of times you want to raise it up. Maybe he bets $26,000, maybe he raise $50,000 more. In case your opponent does have a flush, he'll move all in. Or if he has trips, he's going to call you. Or 2 pair, he's going to call you. So you're going to win more money by jamming it. But Antonio decided Alan had nothing. And Antonio just called the $26,000 bet. The last card, I said $26,000. There we go. The last card was, I don't know, the 6 of clubs. It was something to where Antonio still had the best possible hand. Antonio then checked it again. And Alan Gehring then said, I'm all in. Now, Antonio, presumably, was incredibly excited and called this bet in less than a second. I call because Antonio was hoping for Alan to make the move. He was sitting on him, waiting. He trapped him, and because of this, Antonio ended up beating Alan for a $155,000 bluff on the end. And Antonio went on to win the tournament. How? He slow played a big hand. But now this is limit poker we're talking about here. So let's take this 6 of clubs back up and let's take a new look at this situation here. Because we're playing limit poker, I like to jam it when I make the best possible hand. I don't mind a check here. Let Alan bluff $10,000 or bet $10,000. I'm going to study for a second. I don't want to seem like it's obvious I have the nuts, and I'm going to raise it, $20,000 to go. What I'm really hoping for is a re-raise. I'm hoping that Alan has a king-high flush, in which case he can't even win no matter what the last card is, or some kind of flush. That's what I'm really rooting for, where he can re-raise me. But I'm also raising just in case maybe Alan's going to re-raise me with 3 kings or kings and queens. You never know what he'll do. So I like the re-raise, and I like to jam the hands. So there's times to kind of play aggressively and put in as many bets as you can, and there's times to slow play. I like to jam.